that didn't happen with it. Hello, good people. Mark Holmes. We are back. I've been here with my computer, and apparently, my Alienware needs to have a software update because it literally froze up and said, "Hey, we've detected a problem, and we're going to restart your computer." So I'm back. I still have Michael Martinez and Thomas Garrett in the chat. I apologize. Don't know what the hell's going on, but I better figure it out before tomorrow. Where were we when my computer died? We were talking about the
you were talking about something, Mark, and that's when it just
the
like
Super
froze.
Bowl.
Yeah, the Super Bowl. There we go.
You're talking about your dad.
Yeah. My dad. Yeah. I remember watching football. That's how I became a football fan as well as a Cowboy fan, growing up in the Washington, D.C. area. And, to be a Cowboy fan where I grew up, to tell you how knee deep in Washington territory, and a lot of y'all probably don't know who Dyron Talbert is, but my brother ran into his wife's car. That was his first car accident. Joe Gibbs' son JD played, our crosstown rivals. Richie Pettibone's son and his daughter was a cheerleader, and his son was a linebacker for us and played for University of Maryland. Yeah. So, it was like we were all knee deep in Washington. And at that time in the 80s, that's when the Washington Commanders were a good team. So it was tough being a Cowboy fan when I was growing up, and so on.
Yeah, because the 80s were like the down year for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad would tell me, the Cowboys had made to the playoffs because of the defense. And he just wished that the Cowboys would have won one Super Bowl in the 80s. He just wished that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Jerry Jones, I think Jerry Jones has a lot to do with us and karma. He's made all kinds of money, but it seems like it's always such agonizing losses that we have. It's one thing to lose a game, but to have, like Tony Romo's bot snap, the catch, no catch, seeing Dak Prescott running and we run out of time, seeing the muddle huddle and Zeke Elliott. It's just like it's not enough for us to just lose. We invent the worst ways. And it's kind of like, is this really how it's supposed to be? Or is there some other guiding force here?
Well, the Des Bryant catch for no catch, it was a catch all the way around. It's just that the NFL was trying so hard to make it a Brady Rogers Super Bowl. That's what they really wanted. We could have had a Cowboys and Patriots Super Bowl. That would have been like really most watched. That would have been like a ton of money made right there.
Yeah, it really would have, but I don't know. But, I wish Jerry Jones, this whole thing of, Zeke's going to be considered for the Ring of Honor. And what you've been doing with Jimmy Johnson, it's just like, we know what all this goes back to. This is you having your vendetta against Jimmy Johnson and not wanting to give him credit. And it's kind of like, it's like the football gods, until you fix that, you ain't getting another one.
Well, we know Jerry Jones would have put himself in the Ring of Honor before he puts in Jimmy Johnson.
Dirty Sanchez says, who's to say that when Jerry Jones decides to put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor, that that he doesn't say, go to hell? Well, you can still put him in there without him showing up. I'm just kind of saying, but it's just petty, and it's just like, why, Jerry? You got everything in the world. Why do you have to be like that? I just just don't understand it.
Mark, what's gonna piss me off is when Jimmy do get in the Ring of Honor. It's just sad. It's gonna be a sad moment because it'll be Jerry's granddaughter or grandson that's gonna put him in the Ring of Honor, and Jimmy's not gonna be there either because it's gonna be Jimmy's granddaughter, grandson that's gonna be there to witness it.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna make me mad. And and I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say, man, it took this long of the time for all of this to happen.
Jimmy Johnson
Childish.
should have been in the Ring of Honor a long time ago.
Yeah.
If you ask me, this is all of this crap. It's childish. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's childish.
Mm-hmm.
It is childish.
Yeah.
My thing is this. My thing is going to put the man in the Ring of Honor. You're not going to hell for it. It may just be a blessing if you do that.
I guess.
The NFL gods may just say, okay, Jerry, the curse is lifted. Now move on.
I wish.
Just lift the curse if you put Jimmy in the Ring of Honor.
Would I grab Chandler Jones?
No,
I don't think so. I think we got enough mental cases with the team right now. Or did Chandler Jones play the Raiders to get out of town? I don't know, but either way, that's just too much cray for me. I think that's just too much cray. Anybody else agree with that?
Mm-hmm. I'm like this, Mark. If his arrest wouldn't have never taken place,
mm-hmm.
maybe. But as of right now, no.
Yeah, that's a big hard pass for me. Do not take Chandler Jones. Just
no.
Leave it. Don't do nothing, Jerry. No. Just don't do nothing stupid. Don't say anything stupid, Jerry. Just let the guy go. Pass on him. Hard pass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be a no for me. I'm sure somebody will give him a chance.
They are. Mark, like I said, if it would not have been for what happened the other night or whenever it happened,
mm-hmm.
I would kind of think about it. But I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Too much. Too much.
We already made the mistake on what's his name?
Greg Hardy.
Him too. We already made the mistake on Greg Hardy and Alton Smith.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go for strike 3? That tells me that you love pain. No.
The Alton Smith is like, man, this kid is like, dude, why you got to be stupid? Why ruin your career for something stupid?
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. All right, so what do you guys think the score is going to be for tomorrow?
Me personally, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, a low-scoring defensive game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying something like 17-6.
17-6.
So I think I'm going to go with like 20-10, maybe. I think it's going to be like that, 20-10.
20-10. Ooh. I was thinking the Cowboys offense gets back on track. Dak Prescott's pissed off, and the defense that Micah Parsons putting the foot in everybody's ass. Looking at 31-10. Maybe I'm crazy.
I'm saying 17-6. We win a turnover battle.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna commit the most turnovers, and I think that we're gonna have more sacks because we're not dealing with a running quarterback. And see, and that is our Achilles heel, Mark. I've been trying to tell everybody that since the St. Louis loss.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Arizona Cardinals lost. They're not in St. Louis anymore. Since the Arizona Cardinals lost, we for some reason we have issues with Arizona. I don't know why, but
mm-hmm.
I can probably tell you why, Thomas. It's just because whenever we play against Arizona, it's like they always show up against the Cowboys.
True on that one.
It's like they always play like all-stars. They're like, hey, it's the Cowboys. They're coming to town. Okay, let's play like all-stars. Let's beat them. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the Saints and the Lions. Because the Saints, it's like they always give the Cowboys fits. Cardinals give the Cowboys fits.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions give the Cowboys fits. It's always been like that, as far as
Mm-hmm.
I can remember.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you this. Ever since the Cardinals left St. Louis, go to Arizona, we, when they was in St. Louis, we played good against them. But when they moved to Arizona, we were ass. I don't know why. We don't play that well with them, since they moved to Arizona. I don't.
Yeah, this is true.
I can't put my hands on it. I don't know why, but ever since they moved to Arizona, we have always had issues with them.
Mm-hmm.
I can't put my hands on it. And
John Jones says Dak
week,
with 3 TDs and Cowboys win big.
And last week, leading to the game,
Mm-hmm.
something crazy was just fickling with my mind. Something was telling me something ain't right with this. Something isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
Something isn't right against this.
I still think that we just went in there believing our headlines that we are that good, looking way down the road to the 49ers, and then the offensive linemen just not being there, the officials definitely calling everything against us and not much against the other guys. Just walked into a buzzsaw. It's just one of those games, and I think everybody has a couple of those games every year.
Yeah, and then the bad part about it, we could have won that game.
Mm-hmm.
It was just our red zone was just screwing with us.
Yeah.
I think we should have used Hunter Lipke right there in the red zone more often.
Either Hunter or Deuce.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they get this worked out.
Cowboys should get more creative. It's like get more creative in the end zone. Come up with something to score to touchdown or to get close to a touchdown at least to try and punch it in. With the second or third effort.
Yeah, I agree with on that one. Well, it just seemed like we were just out of sync. And here's the thing, we can say, yeah, well, you just punch it in. There's a difference of having Tyron Smith out there, having Tyler Biadasz, and having Zach Martin. You can punch in a lot better when you had those guys playing and versus when you don't. The offense was truly out of sync. To me, it was with those 3 offensive linemen out, it just was not ready.
They kind of didn't look ready, but it's like, come on, modify it to something, try and adapt, try and come up with something to make everybody on that line to be like a one cohesive unit. They got to adapt. If you got 3 guys missing, okay, adapt, come up with something, come up with creative ways to try and get that touchdown, to try and get more yards and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they weren't doing that.
Jeff Lee, 12 personnel all day long. Yeah, they've been making a lot about, the Cowboys keep throwing to their young tight ends and things. And I think what they're trying to do is realizing that tight ends are a big thing now in the NFL. And we need to get these guys kind of up to speed, because ultimately you look at how many times, Gronk has been in the Super Bowl. When you look at guys like George Kittle, when you look at, Travis Kelce and things, you see how big and how important those guys are to an offense. And we need to be able to get these guys up there. And the only way they're going to get up there is being out on the field and giving opportunities, out there. This is where I look and say, regardless of where Tyron Smith is, we need to start getting some of these young guys up ready to play for them because, Tyron Smith may come back next week. Who knows? And, be kind of half there and all that. And if we can't depend on him in the playoffs, we need to have somebody who's going to be competent and ready to go. And the only way you're going to be there is by actually playing. At least that's kind of my opinion. And, who knows if I'm right or wrong. But, it's easy to be here on YouTube and second guess what the team is doing, so to speak. So, Thomas, you've let us know that Dak Prescott will be roasted on Monday because he took a picture and signed an autograph for a porn star if they lose the game. So,
And also too, Mark, you got the same usual troll suspects who will be saying the same thing on the comment section as well too.
yeah, of course. It doesn't matter because even when we were winning, Dak was getting shit because we won 40-0 and things, and the Cowboys offense, they didn't throw down the field. It's like you didn't need to. You kicked the guy's teeth in, so it doesn't matter.
Like, and also too, it was raining too, so it's like, come on, guys, it's raining. Did you guys not see that, or you guys just ignore the fact that it was raining?
You just hit you got to stop right there. They ignore the facts, okay? Because I've seen some stinker games out there. I mean, here it is. Kansas City lost to the Lions week 1. Josh Allen and crew lost to the Jets week 1. And I've seen the Eagles give up 4 TD passes to Kirk Cousins and 3 to Mac Jones, but those things aren't talked about by people. And so we have the Commanders versus the Eagles at 1:00. Anybody think that there might be an upset with the Commanders?
I think the Commanders are going to pull it out and win it because they did upset the Eagles last year too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Commanders are probably they're gonna probably play. They might play lights out. I think they're gonna punch the Eagles in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna punch their beaks in maybe.
Punch their beaks in.
Let's just wait and see what happens after that.
Dirty Sanchez says maybe that's why Tyron Smith is not playing because we're saving him for bigger games. Okay, but every game is a big game. And maybe the team thought, okay, it's just Arizona. We can beat them without those guys. And we learned you got to play your best. You got to be on your top of your game in the NFL every week.
Yep.
Yeah, because every game is a must-win. Every game is a must-win.
Mm-hmm.
People could say, "Oh, the Cardinals game wasn't really a must-win." It's like, no, every game is a must-win, no matter how it is. You got to win those games.
Every game is a must-win because I got a crazy feeling something's going to happen this year, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
I got this crazy feeling. You got teams like Detroit
mm-hmm.
and Seattle that's in the picture now, and something tells me that there's going to be at the end of the year. Something tells me that there's going to be a team with a winning record that's not going to get in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. That's why I said, and that's why Michael said, every game is winnable. You got to win them. Mm-hmm. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Arizona. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Every game is a winning game.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And I don't want to say that this is a must-win game, but see, you don't want to lose this one, be on a 2-game lose streak, and then have to play the 49ers and then the Chargers right behind them. That gets to be a tough road to hoe. If you can get this one, you got a little bit of a cushion going into San Francisco and maybe a little momentum.
Also, too, Mark, we're playing against the Chargers. It's like, okay, Cowboys defense, we know what kind of offense Kellen Moore is running, and we should be able to stop him. We should be able to stop that offense. And if we don't, it's like, really, you guys know Kellen Moore's offense like the back of your hand, and you can't stop him. I'll be like, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose to the Chargers because we cannot stop Kellen Moore. And our defense should know his offense easily. Yeah,
we should. Yes, but we'll have to wait and see. All right. So Joe. Okay, there you are. Mark? Yeah, we're getting ready to get up out of here. I gotta get ready for tomorrow because I literally just got here. Fortunately, Mike picked up my big sub, but I've got to get some cod because we're going to do a fried codfish sandwich. So it'll be like fish and chips, and stuff. And we're going to actually have Rashid will be in the house. Rashid's going to be out on a field trip, and he'll be here tomorrow, which will be nice to see him up and about and things. We'll be starting out 1:00 tomorrow. because, of course, we've got the Commanders versus the Eagles, and then we have the New York Giants against the 49ers on Monday night, so it's going to be fun. Angelica's no. What are we saying no to, Angelica? Oh, the Cards game better not come back. Joe, I'll give you some final thoughts in here. What you got, my man?
Oh, man, I'm hoping they can beat Belichick, Mark. That's all. I think it's a very important bridge game because just like Michael just said, I feel they might lose against the Chargers, even though they should know Kellen Moore's our offense. So I think it's a huge game this week because we don't want to start out 3-3.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know?
I agree 100%. That's what I say. I don't want to say this is a must-win, but I feel like this is a must-win game for us.
Yeah. And I appreciate you, Mark. I've had to turn off Undisputed twice this week because they talk about Jared Goff and Jalen Hurts. They won't mention the interceptions, but they talk about how great they are, off of it. And it's like when they're talking about Dak, all they mention is interceptions and red zone and everything.
Oh, no. They don't talk about interceptions anymore. No, because
Not
Dak,
anymore, right,
because, there's 24
that
quarterbacks that have more interceptions than him. So, now it's red zone. It's red zone.
Now it's red zone, and then next week it'll be the porn star, like Thomas Garrett said, if he does good in the red zone.
Yeah.
Or they might be talking about, he ate over here at a high-end restaurant. It's like he's having fun at a restaurant. Just let him. Let the guy.
Yeah, let him live. Let him live. Right.
Yeah.
Let him live his life.
Totally.
Well, all right, good people. So we will be bringing you guys full day of football tomorrow. The big sub, we'll have, like I said, Rashid here and everything else, and hopefully we'll be bringing a Dallas Cowboy victory. I'm surprised. I didn't see too many of the Eagle trolls here. Maybe it's because I've got the subscribers only mode on. Maybe that's keeping the trolls down a little bit. But if you are watching, Eagle fans, here you go.
Fuck them birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. Now we shoot those birds out of the sky. Stupid dumbasses managed to give up a 3rd and 30 to my sexy arm. Pathetic defense and team. No wonder I own those piece of shit frauds every damn year. Don't get me started on the fans. You boo me while I earned a respected award. Losing the Super Bowl was just karma for you fuckheads. I can't wait to drop 100 on your heads next season while being the daddy of the